back in 2022 in August, right before we went to the Dogman conference in Paris, Tennessee. Michelle and I came down here to camp at Boswell Landing. We had no idea of the lore surrounding this area. We just picked a campsite so that we could go be close to the Dogman conference. So this is the campsite we stayed at. We are back a little over a year later. This is the picnic table that I was sitting on that Friday night. I was sitting right here. Over this way is the forest. It was over here that I saw a figure that looked very much like a Bigfoot, staring straight at me, very still. Over here, directly across from our campsite, is the Campbell Cemetery. Michelle was in the cemetery. She was taking pictures and video. I was over here. This is where the fire ring is. She had her tent right beside the fire ring. The Jeep was backed up right here, almost to the edge of the picnic table. I slept in the back of the Jeep, but this is where I was sitting. So this is my perspective. This is the woods. There's the cemetery. So as I watched this figure, it didn't move, but it looked very much like the outline of a Bigfoot. The coned head, the broad shoulders. I didn't really see anything below the waist. It didn't move, it just stood there facing me. I began to talk myself out of what I was seeing. I thought, well, it's not moving, I'm just scared, I'm freaking myself out. So Michelle begins to walk back over to our campsite from Campbell Cemetery. And just as she crosses the road, that dark figure turned its head and took maybe like a half step towards her direction. Same moment, Michelle came across the road. Her headlamp swept across this area, lit it up, and there was nothing there. And then we had to go to bed that night with no fire. Got a little bit of a moon tonight. It is the autumnal equinox. We will see what happens this evening. Yeah, it does stand out. Just a rock sitting there. It sure is.
That's definitely a child's grave. I think they marked a lot of children with lamb tombstones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have stuff as simple as this. I know, just initials. MID. Be back here revisiting.
Well, the nicest one in here. No sign it.
I took lots of pictures of that tree.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did, and I thought it was you. Oh.
Is there any nuts on that tree?
That's a pine tree.
No, that's a
And
pine.
I
Wonder
don't
if we
know.
just got something thrown at us.
I think so too. Came from over there.
Did it?
Seemed like it.
I know it hit
I thought
right
maybe
in
you
here.
hit a rock, kicked a rock or something.
No. Mm-mm. Great.
As soon as I cut the camera off,
I
something
know.
happens.
Oh, mine was going.
From that way too.
Yes, it is.
Shouldn't be any dogs over that way.
And we've heard about 3 odd barks coming from this area. The sign says closed. That may be a car coming.
Oh, okay. Might be rushing.
Yeah. So it is dark. Michelle is going to go down this trail. I'm not going to walk down it because my foot is really hurting. And I'm trying to save my ankle to be able to walk to a place we're going later on tonight. Now I'm hearing a dog bark right now, but it's behind me and it's one of the campers' dogs. So I know exactly where that's coming from. What we heard earlier came from the direction over this way. The camper's dog is still barking behind me, so maybe the dog senses something. I really don't like Michelle walking up there by herself. I think she needs to come back.